Hey guys, it's Rachel from the Luring Lamb, and today's my February wrap-up slash Bad Back to Me. The Bad Back to Me portion will be at the end of this video, but first I'm going to go through what I read in February and all that jazz. Also, a side note is, I have been switching around my book reviews, so I finished a book and not necessarily posting the book review, the next book review, I'm posting like another one. So if you have a preference for books that I haven't put up a review yet for and you see me talking about whatever videos, definitely let me know if you have if you want that to be a higher up priority. Because I have certain books that I want to post before others, but when I hear one of you guys say that, it definitely makes me push the books up. For example, I'm posting my Sylvie Kinsella My Not So Perfect Life review before one of my other reviews because that was requested to be put up sooner. So definitely let me know and I can try to make it work so, we can all be happy with those decisions. I don't know. I'm just going to try to, I forget what the word is. Yeah, I'm forgetting what word I'm supposed to be using, but, so we can, I can be not helping, but like helping get a review up, I guess, so you can watch. I don't know where I was going with that, but you guys, I'm probably going to be editing this and like blanking on the word. If I remember the word, I'll try to put it in the down bar what I'm trying to get at. But anyway, the first book I read in February was one I actually was like started in January and it carried over on into February, and that was Hungry Heart by Jennifer Weiner. The book review, this will be up mid to late March. I've already carved out a date because usually I plan my schedule for the month so I know what I'm going to be filming and what I'm going to be posting what days. And I've scheduled this one later. I've already filmed a review of this. I really enjoyed this and I can't wait to discuss it more with you. And that was a memoir, which usually I don't review memoirs, but I made an exception. The next book I read was Break Time by Aidan Chambers, and I read this as a buddy read with Alex, and we both weren't big fans. It was like I have a few like little parts here, like I think 5 little quote things, because Aidan Chambers does have like some really good like inspirational quotes or like words he uses, but at the same time, like I haven't read anything by him that has been even close to Dying to Know You, which was his most recent book. This one was from the 1970s, so I honestly, from what I've read, because I love Dying to Know You, I have to say, like, I really like his writing now rather than back. I have Cordelia Ken, the other one, on my shelf, which I'm going to eventually finish, but I don't think I'm going to go back and read any more of his books just because I don't want it to tarnish what I feel about Dying to Know You. So I didn't even bother to put up a review of this because I don't like it'd be a 1 star, and I don't want to trash one of his books. I don't really like doing book reviews that are that low typically, and not many people probably have read that, and I don't want to recommend it. Like if it was a really popular book and a lot of people are talking about it and I thought it was a 1 star, I might post a review because it's relevant and people are reading it and maybe they might have the same opinion. But when that book's so old and people are still obviously reading it because I was reading it, but it's just not, I don't think it really talked about in book 2, but it wouldn't really be worth my time just to bash a book, when there's no like really, positive outset that I can see on book 2 about the book. So it wasn't horrible, it just wasn't my cup of tea. There were some good parts, but not enough for it to even get over a 1 star. That's why I didn't really justify it to make a whole review of that. I just wanted to get that little spiel here. The next book I read was definitely an upshoot. Well, if you remember, I did pick up My Grandmother Sends Her Regards and Apologies by Frederick Backman. Beautiful book, loved it. It was making me really sad, and I explained in one of my Bad Back to Me's why that is, so I put it down. I'm going to pick it up in the summer. So it's not DNF'd like forever, it's just I'm not finishing it for right now. But then I picked up My Not So Perfect Life by Sylvie Kinsella, get more of a lighter feeling book up there. I really loved this book. This book review is actually going up this upcoming Sunday, and I can't wait to discuss it with you guys. I love Sylvie Kinsella books. Now because I had to read this one. Now I've read all her books besides her Madeline Wickham books, but all the ones under the pen name Sylvie Kinsella I've read because I just read her most recent. And I absolutely, this is one of my, in the top tier. Like, it's so good, and I can't wait to, I haven't filmed my book review on it. I'm filming it actually tomorrow, but excited to discuss it. And then the book I finished last night was Big Little Lies by Leanne Moriarty, and I really enjoyed this. It took about 60 pages to get into it, but this book review probably won't be coming till April at this point. And I think I'm going to do a very short book review because a lot of people have been talking about this. There's a TV show, and I'm going to try to do a more concise short review on it just in case you want a little one, because I've been looking around. I'm really excited to watch other people's reviews. I've been trying to watch more reviews because I feel like sometimes I'm lacking on that. So after I finish a book, try to look up, a few reviews and, maybe discover some new booktubers I can subscribe to and that kind of thing. So I'm excited to look up more book reviews and that, but there's so much going on about it right now. I don't want to, I don't need to put it up right away because there's so many other book reviews. But yes, that was the 4 books I read in February. I'm all the way up to 10 books read this year. I'm currently right now reading Neuromancer by William Gibson, I believe, and I'm currently reading that for school. Not my cup of tea, but I have to read it for school anyway. Who knows, it could change away its route. And the next book I'm reading, so this is more my Bad Back to Me portion, is... So it's The Best of Adam Sharp by Graham Simsian. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I need to start looking that up if I'm pronouncing names right. But I'm so excited to read this book. I'm just ecstatic. I'm currently on page 1 because I did finish Big Little Lies last night and I had a really bad headache when I was reading it, so I just went to sleep, and it's still morning here, so I'm about to get the bus in about a half an hour, so I'm going to be reading this on the bus, and when I get to school, because I usually get to my class like a half an hour before it starts, so I have a lot of time to read, and I love his books, so I cannot wait. I loved The Rosie Project and The Rosie Effect, so like I'm super excited to read this and just devour it. And yes, that's basically my Bad Back to Me portion, so the schedule for the rest of this week will be as follows. Today is obviously this video. Wednesday will be my TBR. Friday will be my favorites. That's what it is. I'm blanking on it. Friday will be my February favorites, and Sunday will be a book review on My Not So Perfect Life by Sylvie Kinsella, which I just talked about in the earlier portion of this video. And yes, this video has been quite long, so I'm gonna, head off also because I have to get to school. But yeah, I'm just enjoying the books I'm reading right now. I'm really excited for March because there's so many good books I just hauled that I really want to get to, and so many books I had left over from earlier this year and late last year, and a lot of good things to read. And yes, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.